everyone, Maxine here. Welcome back to my studio. Today we're going to have a little play with what I'm calling, I have this supply, what do I do with it? This is what we're going to be doing today. Don't worry, it's real simple. I will show you, okay? So first of all, if you notice, we have a texture going here. That is the material that I need to know what to do with. So maybe you can see it better in this one. There's a lot of the texture-y. It's kind of like an old Italian wall. So here's one that's been done, and this is dry and ready for us to go. But I'll tell you how we got here, okay? So this is just watercolor paper. It's not expensive. This is the brand. I get it on Amazon. It comes in a 3-pack. Very inexpensive. It's not real high quality watercolor paper, but it's great for doing these type of projects. So I'm using this. I wasn't sure it would work, but it does. So I was really happy about that. And our unusual supply, coffee filters. Okay, just plain, everyday, ordinary coffee filters. Crumple it all up. Get it nice and crinkled. So you don't have to, hopefully you don't have to run out and buy anything. Just look in your kitchen. What happened is I had to get a new coffee maker, and I tried very, very hard to get a new one that used the same type of coffee filters as my old one. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. And I ended up getting a coffee maker that did not take the same filters. So now I have all these filters, and it's like, aw, I don't want to just throw them away. What could I do with them? So I brought them into my studio and just thought, okay, well, let's see what happens. And yeah, this is kind of neat. So you put it down, you put the gesso down like you would glue on the page, and then you just cover the top of it as well. Just lift it up on the sides, get areas you might have missed, lay it back down. Gesso, you know, kind of gives a painting surface, unlike Mod Podge or something like that. I don't know that that would work. I don't know if dried Mod Podge is a painting surface. So, you know, that would be, you know, experiment for another day, I suppose. Okay, so we have that down. I'm going to get rid of this before I get my arm in it. Okay. So you have to let this dry completely, okay? It takes a little bit depending on your environment and how much, you know, humidity and all that kind of stuff. You know, it could vary. But you want this to dry completely, okay? But we have one that's ready to go. Let's see. Where's my scissors? Well, where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Get rid of this. I have been doing a lot of cutting of gesso covered paper, and my scissors definitely need some attention. Okay, so here we go. The fun part. So I have some brushes out. These are all watercolor brushes. I've got a 0, which is a very small detail type brush. Okay. I've got a 3, which is a little bigger, a 6, and an 8. Now, depending on the brand, sizes can differ. I just found that out, that a size 6 brush isn't the same size in all brands. It depends on the brand on what size a 6 is. Can you believe that? I had no idea. All these years I've been watercolor painting, and I had no idea that sizes change depending on the brand of the brush. But anyway, so those are what I'm using. They're smaller sizes because this is not large. This is like 5.5 by 8.5 or something like that. Wait a minute, let me look. I think that's what it was. 5.5 by 8.5, yeah. So it's not a large area. That's why I'm using the smaller size brushes. So I'm going to take my number 3 and I want to zoom in, hopefully, so you can see better what I'm getting, better view of what I'm doing, hopefully. Okay, so I'm going to wet my brush and I'm going to get some paint. Let's pick up this blue color, and I want to make sure I'm in frame. Okay, and I'm not okay, so what you want to do is just make a C. That's it, just a C shape, and then around like this, and around like that, like this, and just start building a circular type shape. Doesn't have to be exact. You want to leave white space. Don't want to get it too crowded. You know, just leave the white space and just take your C and just continue out. You know, once you get out, you can change your strokes a little bit. You know, it could be a flatter C, more in-depth C, but you get the idea, right? So tap off some water there, dashes, okay. And then I want to take my brush more on its side and kind of go around the outside, you know, making larger strokes. Maybe getting some dry brush action going. Oops, too much. Too much water there. Okay. Get some more paint. Anyway, something like that, right? Not difficult. Not anything to get overly stressed about. This should be very relaxing and enjoyable little exercise here, little project. Okay, so I'm going to zoom back out again, hopefully, so you can see more of what I'm doing. Okay, so I got more water on my brush. Pick up some more paint and start another one right about here, maybe. Tap off a little bit and just do our C's again. Just C's going every which way, interconnecting somewhat, but keeping that white space. Flatter C's, rounder C's. Growing it. Coming around. Doesn't have to be a perfectly round shape. In fact, it probably shouldn't be perfect, you know. Coming in with the side of the brush, kind of making some squiggles. Dry brush. A little bit of dry brush going on there, just like that. So let's where's my color? Is that my color? Oh my goodness. Oh, wait a minute, there it is. Gee, I don't know. All right, one more over here, and we'll see. Oops, I don't have enough water. Just little C's going around, coming in, going out. Going every which way. Just increasing the circle-like shape. Like I said, it shouldn't be perfect. That would probably look odd if it were. Come in here with side of the brush. A little bit bigger swooshes. Just like that. Okay. Now let's do the buds. And did I say your little flowers can be any color you want? I don't know why I have latched onto the blue for this, but I have, so that's that. Okay, so yeah, you just well, a C again, kind of a C shape, going one way and then the other. While it's wet, you could drop in another color if you wanted to. Yeah. And, oops, don't do that. Yeah. Okay, so these look nice. Right? Okay, now we want to get some burnt sienna. And I don't know if you can see this in the frame or not, but I'm mixing some burnt sienna in here with sap green, and you could use any colors too. Sap green and some undersea green. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Tap off some water and then just ever so lightly, because we want our stems to be light and airy. We don't want anything too heavy. Come down here. And we want to get our stem, little knot right there. And our stems coming down from the buds. Okay, so I'll get this a little heavier in there. Just like that. See? Easy peasy. Now we're still using our number 3, and I'm going to double load the brush. Can you see this? Yes, you can. Okay, so I'm going to take my brush, I've got water on it, and I'm going to go through the green on one side of the brush, turn the brush over and hit some of the yellow there, and see if we can't get a variation. So you want to make like a little dash for the stem of the leaf, and then what we want to do here is press, drag, and release. Press, drag, and release. Get ourselves a little leaf going. Get a stem, press, drag, and release. Little stem right here. Press, drag, and release. Press, drag, and release. And clean that off, get some water, pick up another color, and drop it in. I'd like to get some burnt sienna and kind of drop that in. Like that. So you can do on two sides, or you could do one side to have kind of a folded type leaf look. Okay, so pick up some more, do our little dash, and then press, drag, and release. Look at that. So that looks like kind of a folded leaf. stem. And, you know, you can turn your paper, you know, get the right angle for you that's most comfortable. Press, drag, and release. Press, drag, and release. And when you're releasing at the top, you could twirl your brush a little bit. It helps to get that point. And I want to drop in some more color there. Get some of the burnt sienna. Make sure that gets in there. Okay, let's see. I want to take some of the undersea green. And let's see, where's another good place? Right here, a little dash. Press, drag, and release. Press, drag, and release. And leaving the white space is good in your leaves. It just adds to the interest. Of course, you could totally come back and, you know, close up if you left too big of a white space in the middle. Add some more colors. Fix your little point, you know, whatever you want to do there. Okay, so I'm going to rinse that off, and I'm going to go to the little bit bigger one. This is the 6. And do the same thing, coming down, having the leaves just get a little bigger. And I'm going to double load again, and right in here, do a dash, press, drag, and release. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. I'm going to keep that like that. Yeah, I like that one. Put in some burnt sienna. Okay. Let's see. There's another one. Here's a dash. Press, drag, and release. Press, drag, and release. Dash. Press, drag, and release. Press, drag, and release. Right. Put in some burnt sienna. Maybe pick up some of the yellow. Oops. Sweet. Okay. Let's see here. Put in a stem. I'm trying not to get my hand in your way, but so that's really light. I'll get some more green and drop in there. So you want to make your leaves, you know, variation. You don't want to go too crazy with a lot of different colors, but, you know, basically the same 3 or 4 colors. You know, a couple of greens, yellow, and your burnt sienna or another brown that you might have. So varying the leaves using, you know, several colors, but not, not going crazy with the colors or anything. So vary the colors within the leaves, but stay to the same, 3 or 4 colors. Burnt sienna, put that in there. Get that to move around a little bit. All right. So yeah, that's basically what we want to keep doing. You could add more little flower shapes. You could continue adding more leaves. But yeah, that's basically it. And what I thought these could be used for in the journals, especially if you're doing a floral journal, a nature journal, something like that, these would be really good. So what I've done with one of these is I've taken it out. This is perforated, but with putting this paper in there, the perforation doesn't work all that well. But yeah, you can remove the page. And what I did here on this one is I removed the page, I cut it down a little bit, I rounded the corners, I took some of the blue paint that I was using and put around the edge here, and then I used some script stamps and just put a couple stamps in there. And then I thought I would sew around the outside maybe, and this could be put into your journal as a pocket or a tuck spot, or a main decoration, part of something else. You could also use something like this as a journal cover. So yeah, so here's the one we just did. Here's the one I did earlier. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little adventure in what do I do with this material or this supply that I got. So yeah, I really like how that turns out. I'm going to be doing a lot more of it. But yeah, give it a try and see what you think. Please hit like, please subscribe if you haven't. I would love for you to join us and leave a comment. Let everyone know, what you're working on, what your last project was, your last journal. If you like this, if you're going to give it a try. And you don't have to paint flowers. I mean, you could paint anything. You could do like an abstract or geometrical, circles, or, doodles, or, whatever you want to do, really. It's just the texture of putting down that coffee filter. So anyway, until the next time, take care of you, love each other, and I'll see you again. Bye.